Life is a sea, sometimes so calm and sometimes turbulent, with gigantic waves of problems.
If only you can overcome that moment of utter despair when you're friendless, when you're an orphan, when you're in financial trouble, when you're sick at heart. These lines may help you.
ഒരു മഴയും തോരാതിരുന്നിട്ടില്ല, ഒരു കാറ്റും അടങ്ങാതിരുന്നിട്ടില്ല, ഒരു രാവും പുലരാതിരുന്നിട്ടില്ല, ഒരു നോവും കുറയാതിരുന്നിട്ടില്ല. തിരമാലയിൽ ഈ ചെറുതോണിയിൽ അരികത്തന്നമരത്തായി അവനുള്ളതാൽ.
Yes, trust in God. He cares for you. He'll save you from all of your problems. Maybe it takes time, but still, He is there with you. As he regained his strength, he told us his story. As he got his strength back, he started telling us his story, what led him to commit suicide. His parents were dead. An uncle had found him a position as clerk in a London solicitor's office. So we know his parents were dead, so he was an orphan. His uncle had found him a position as clerk. He had a job in a London solicitor's office. He had been in the city only 6 months. Utterly friendless, fully having no friends at all, he had fallen victim to the loose society of the streets. He had bad companions, he made bad companions, and like a young fool, eager to taste pleasure far beyond his means. Yes, his income was less compared to his expenses. He was so eager to have all the happiness and the entertainments a young man wants in his life. So he had begun to bet on horses in order to find some more money. He started betting on horses. Soon he had lost all his small savings, had pledged his belongings. He had to deposit his money and things as a security for the money he borrowed. He had to give back the bookmaker a disastrous amount. He had borrowed a large sum from the bookmaker in order to invest in the betting of horses. In an effort to recoup, to get back the amount of money he had spent and lost in the betting of horses, he had taken a sum of money from the office safe of London solicitor's office. He had stolen some money for a final gamble. Gambling, is a risky venture. You may get a gain, you may lose everything. He was so confident that he might win in this final gamble. He was assured, he was guaranteed or confident and sure to win. But this last resort, this last refuge, had failed. He, terrified of the persecution that must follow, sick at heart, sunk in despair, he had shut himself in his room and turned on the gas. He was extremely fearful about the prosecution, the process of conducting legal proceedings against a person accused of a crime. He had committed the crime of stealing money from the office staff. He wanted actually to return the money back in the office safe, but he couldn't as he failed in the last gamble. So he was so very hopeless. He sunk in despair and he shut himself in his room and tried to commit suicide by turning on the gas.